How's it going, everyone? Top of the top. Hope all is well with each and every single one of you guys out there. Had a really beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Hope all is well with each and every one of you. Hang on. Give me a second. 1 second. Look at me. My belt wasn't even buckled. Roxanne says, "Hi, King. How you doing, Roxanne?" Big up, big up. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you. How was your day today? Yeah, guys. Amen. Well, yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful day. I cannot complain. Navia Rhodes, how you doing, sweetheart? Great to see you. Hope you had a great day. How was your day today, Navia Rhodes? My day was good, quiet. I wish I could be better. Well, if you had a good, quiet day, um, that's something to be grateful for. I will say that. I will say if you had a good, quiet day, that's something to be grateful for. When you say you wish you could be better, are you not feeling well? Is that what it is? Is that what you're saying? How was my day? My day was also very quiet, very relaxing. I got the opportunity to go upstate. I actually did do a little stream from upstate. It was a quite relaxing day, right? And I think sort of doing those trips, going upstate, going off into nature, I think it does a lot of great things to your mental health. You know what I mean? Because we all know how life can get sometimes. We all know how things can get at work. We all know, especially even with this election that's coming up, we know how tribal people really get about this election. We know how tribal people are in general, right? We know how things could be at work. We know how things could be at home. There could be a whole bunch of, very stressful things that are happening. So it's crucial that, whenever you do get the opportunity to, you can just, you know, go upstate, go off into nature, change your environment, change the scenery, change the things that you're seeing around you, change your routine a little bit. And yeah, I was upstate and it was quite relaxing, quite relaxing. It's always good to rewind the mind, says Roxanne. Yeah, but even better to be present and to be optimistic. I think you mean reset, right? Like reset the mind. Yeah, so I will agree with that. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. First of all, I do have to say that I sincerely do appreciate each and every single person that tunes in on a nightly basis, whenever it is that you guys can. I sincerely do appreciate you guys as this channel just continues to grow, as people continue to subscribe and like and tune in from all over. I just feel blessed. I feel wonderful to be able to come on here and speak to you guys and be receptive. You guys are very receptive. You guys, constantly. I learn so much from you guys, right? And you know, it's a blessing. It really is. What? You're leaving already? I just got here. No, I'm not. I'm not leaving yet, Nevaeh. I am not leaving yet. Can you please say hi, Victoria and Emma? Bruh, oh my God, says bruh, oh my God. Hi to Victoria and hi to Emma. Yeah, reset is a better word. Word up, says Trader Todd. Can you please say hi, Emma and Victoria, please? I did. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, there was far too much. Sorry about that. That was. I know that was a little bit more than 1 second, but there was far too much going on in the other room just now. But yeah. So my reset is to be on this podcast. I just like it when there is. I just don't like it when there is negativity, though. Well, you know something. There's gonna be some negativity in the chat for sure. So yeah, Roxanne, that's another thing. You don't necessarily have to delete anybody when they are, or hide them from the channel when they are being negative. But if they're like spamming, if they're saying things that are extremely divisive, but not if it's like when you disagree with them, right? Because we're not always going to agree on different points. And that's one of the reasons why, we could have dialogue. They share their perspective, we share our perspective, and we keep the dialogue going. And that's the way how we grow as a community, right? So eventually, some of the people that do disagree, eventually they'll look within themselves and maybe they'll see things from a different angle and sort of maybe change up, some of their point of views, and then yeah, unless you have to. Yeah, that's all I ask. Unless you have to, you don't necessarily have to, delete certain people. That's it. But yeah, we're all gonna have our different perspectives and look at the world differently. So it's just one of those things. But yeah, so this election that's going on, when's the election day? Isn't it November 5th? I believe it's November 5th. Yeah, so November 5th, right? Is election day. It's right around the corner. It's literally right around the corner. And this election, as Mark Cuban put it, is the most important election, right? I believe he said of all time, if I'm not mistaken. That Shannon Sharp interview that he did, I don't think I watched the whole interview, but I watched a good enough portion of it to kind of see his perspective and understand that he sort of sees Donald Trump the way how I see Donald Trump, the way how a lot of other people see Donald Trump, and it's somebody who's just not fit for the White House. I don't know if any of you guys are parents. I don't know if any of you guys have pets. I don't know if any of you guys have, I don't know, a PlayStation, right? I wouldn't trust any of those things around Donald Trump, right? And that's just my opinion. That's just me personally. I just wouldn't trust anything that I value, whatever it is, right, around somebody like Donald Trump. I just wouldn't. And that's the thing, right? So growing up in this world, sort of seeing how things have been in the past, right? Even the whole slogan, "Make America Great Again," I don't like that slogan. How about this? How about we make America better than it's ever been, right? Instead of always thinking in past tense and moving towards the past. How about we move towards the future, right? Hold on, let me get in here a little bit and, do that. How about, okay, I don't know how that just happened, but how about we move towards the future, right? Because that's the thing, right? That's the thing. What happened in the past is in the past, right? The past is the past because you're past it, right? Now you're in the present. So while we may have memories of the past, some good, some not so good, now it's time to move towards the future. So while one person is living in the past, living in their glory days, right? Trying to relive their glory days, not wanting to release and let go of the power that they acquired or that they got, right? Especially in the 2020 election, not wanting to release that power and move forward with his life, right? So that the country can also move forward with their life, right? The 2020 election happened. We all remember what happened on 2021. We watched it on TV, right? Some people watched it on mute. And I know the entire country was shocked at what it is that they were seeing. Something that we never seen before, right? So the same person who orchestrated, allegedly, we're just going to say allegedly, orchestrated the January 6th attack is also the same person that wants to get back into that White House. And I just don't understand it. I don't understand why people would support a person like this, especially in a democratic society, right? I think we have to look beyond just the surface and we have to see things at a much deeper level, right? As you watch the rallies, I don't really watch the rallies, but I watch some of the highlights. I just hear a whole bunch of lies, right? And I remember, like, somebody was kind of highlighting maybe his most recent rally, right? But I was seeing it today, his most recent rally, and he asked the crowd, "Is anybody voting for lying Kamala?" That's what he said, right? That's his quote, right? So, not necessarily verbatim, but he called her lying Kamala. And he then said, if you're voting for her, raise your hand, right? So he's asking somebody in the crowd, he's like, if you're voting for her, raise your hand. So he's saying, on second thought, not verbatim, but on second thought, hillbilly, they're coming for you, hillbilly. They're coming for you, hillbilly. The one that's calling her a liar, they're coming for you. So he said, on second thought, keep your hands down because I don't want it to get violent or something like that for you, right? So what he's doing is he's showing you, right? And we understand how divisive politics can be, right? But he's showing you the IQ, right, of the people that are at his rallies. He's showing you what the people that are at his rallies, what they represent, right? And I'm sure there are some people at that rally. They're there for different reasons, but basically these are his words, not my words. This is what he was saying, right? This is if you guys don't believe, you can go ahead and watch, right? The internet's there. You can search this stuff up. And in which, if somebody votes for a candidate other than yourself or someone believes in someone other than you feel as if that person is going to get attacked, right? If they do that. And I think that's something that you should be ashamed of. Honestly, I think that's something that he should honestly be ashamed of, right? But it's like a badge of honor to this guy. You mean to tell me that person, whoever that is, if that person was thinking about voting for Kamala, can't come to your rally and hear what it is that you're saying? Maybe that person wants to be a little bit objective. Maybe that person wants to hear what it is that you have to say. I don't know why they would, but maybe they do. So you mean to tell me that person can't come there and feel safe because that person wants to vote for another candidate and this is the guy that's standing up for democracy? This is your king? This is the guy that you're rooting for? Like I said before, not only would I never, ever go to a Trump rally at all, right? because obviously it's not safe for people with an objective perspective. It's not safe for people who think differently from the people that are at this rally. So obviously, what he's saying out of his mouth, what he's projecting is that the people that are at this rally are radicals, right? That the people that are at this rally, they're amped up. And that the people that are at this rally, if they don't like you, if they don't like what it is that who it is that you vote for, that these people are going to do something to you. Thrifty Simplicity in the house. Sarah in the house. How are you guys? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I hit the reset button, went upstate. I was up in the mountains, had a fantastic day. How are you guys? I hope you are great, Sarah. Thrifty Simplicity. It's been a little while, but I'm glad to see you, and I'm glad to see Sarah as well. I appreciate you guys. RHCP says, Improv and Cover says, screw over veterans, blacks, poverty, but free house and cars and food for illegals, says RCP Improv and Covers. Not entirely sure what it is that you're talking about. That sounds a bit radical and extreme, what it is that you're saying. It sounds beyond radical and extreme, what it is that you're saying. I certainly hope you're okay, RCP Improv. I really do. Sue says, WTF, he never said that. Everyone is welcome. Sue, yes, he did. So this is the thing. This is what it is that they do, right? Sin and Giggles can move back to Cali. This is what it is that they do. So misinformation and false information is what his supporters thrive on, right? So if it's something that's true, they say it's false, and they hide behind this screen of lies, right? In this alternative reality that's completely different than what everyone else is living in, right? They create this bubble. And everything that's outside of this bubble that they create, and this bubble is in their head, by the way. It's not even a real bubble. It's a bubble that's just in their head. And anything that's other than what's actually true and what actually happened, they say that it's not true, right? So regardless of what it is that you hear with your own ears, and you paid attention to precisely what it is that he said, right? I've done this before. Yesterday, you guys, you remember, right? You guys were here. When someone said that Trump didn't say that, I played the video. I played the audio for them to hear. This time, you do your own research, right? If you so choose to live in the realm of falsehood, it's completely up to you, right? But you can take my word. You can decide, oh, you know what? I don't know if what he's saying is true. It's completely up to you. But when it's all said and done, right? Please believe everything that we say on here. I'm never going to get up here and say that he said something that he didn't say. Ever. Right? So if you don't believe that that's what he said, fine. Cool. That's up to you. If you don't believe that this information here is true, that's up to you. But at the same time, you're still here. So that also says something. Don't confuse me with Vance and Trump, right? And another thing, something else that people kind of say too here, right? They're like, oh, he's getting paid. Somebody's paying. Who's paying me? No one's ever paid me to speak my opinion. No one's ever put money in my pocket to say, hey, say this. It just wouldn't work. None of this is scripted. This is all straight from the heart, right? So I need you to understand that as well. So again, this is one of those things. We'll give you guys a grace period. I'll give you guys 3 seconds of silence. So if you don't want to be here to listen to the truth, you're welcome to leave. All right, can we move on now? All right, wonderful. So The Trump campaign and Donald Trump and his cronies and his gronies, right? He's gotten what's that guy? Giuliani, right? Who was the former mayor of New York and at one point was the most popular mayor in the entire nation. Turned him into a shell of himself, so to speak. His daughter, sensibly, Giuliani's daughter, sensibly supports Kamala Harris, even though her father is facing an indictment due to his loyalty to Donald Trump. Right? You don't believe that? Google's right there for you. Okay? Dick Cheney, who was, I believe he was the vice president under Bush. I was kind of young under Bush, right? When Bush was in office or whatever, right? But Dick Cheney's daughter, who doesn't necessarily agree with a lot of what Kamala Harris says, right? Sure, she doesn't. I don't think anyone does. There are things that we have to be objective about, right? However, when she weighs the two candidates and she has Donald Trump, she sees Donald Trump, she sees the things that he's done in the past, she sees what it is that he represents, a lifelong Republican who's been a Republican, again, lifelong, second, maybe third, maybe fourth, maybe 100, I don't know how many generations up, right? In the state where the Republican Party started. She went up there on stage, right? And she voiced her support for Kamala Harris. Because Kamala does not represent the same level of hate and division and radical nature and the radical nature of the Trump supporters. And when I talk about the radical nature, the definition of the radical nature was expressed by Trump and his supporters on January 6, 2021, right? It's there for you to see. If you think that I'm making that up, you can go ahead and Google it, right? So I think instead of people hearing what they want to hear from what's coming out of Trump's mouth and his party's mouth, I think people should just look at it objectively for what it is. See it for what it is instead of what it is that you want it to be, right? He's saying these things, right? Because these are the ideas that he wants to run off. He's saying these things because he knows it appeals to the most primitive aspects in each and every one of his supporters. He appeals to the emotion, not just any emotion, not the positive emotion, but the negative, basic, caveman emotions, right? That are in each and every single person. Right? So I ask you guys this question. Do you have the ability to resist those advances, let's say, right? For lack of a better term, let's say the advances. Do you have the power to take control of your own energy and say, I'm not going to allow this guy to manipulate me anymore. I'm not going to allow this guy to play on my negative emotions. As a matter of fact, when it comes to my energy, I'm no longer going to give this guy my energy. And I'm not here to say you should blindly support anyone, right? Because I'm not here to say Kamala Harris is perfect. I will never sit up here and tell you a presidential candidate is perfect. I'm not going to tell you, hey, listen, they can do no wrong. No. Because when it's all said and done, they're human beings as well. But when you have two human beings and one is drunk off power, so much that he's not even willing to admit that he lost an election, a fair election, that he was willing to try and rig the election, all allegedly, quote unquote, but we all know the truth. Among other things. Someone that only sees the world from his perspective. He could care less about the perspective of his ex-vice president, even of his current vice president. The people that he has around him, these people are pawns. His current vice president called him Hitler at one point, and now they're running mates, right? Something seems kind of strange about that. Because if I ever get up here and I call a guy Hitler, or I say something about a guy to that extent, within 5 years, I'm probably not going to change my mind that quickly to the point where I become that person's running mate. So what does that say about his running mate? I'm not here to judge. You guys be the judge of that, right? I can have my own opinion about it, but you guys, you be the judge of that. Roxanne says these people are so blinded by his hair that they can't see through him. I don't know if they're blinded by his hair. His hair's thin. His hair's very thin. Very, very thin. I don't know if they're blinded by his hair. I don't think it's his hair. Right? I think it's that sort of false machismo where they feel as if this guy is just powerful. He's not. Right? It's the perceived power. You perceive him as powerful. You perceive him as being this great. Put him on a pedestal. No, he's not. And the minute you start to see things objectively and you take that low vibrational part of yourself and you filter it, and you actually not even filter it, but you actually just you become more objective and you see it for what it is, you realize, this guy's just a wordsmith. So the point that I'm trying to make, really, right, is this. I think a lot of people who support Trump believe that they're supporting Trump for the right reasons. I don't know why, right? But based on what their values are, based on what their morals are, and it speaks volumes of you, right? But the bottom line is this. If you're selecting him based on your morals and your values, does the truth matter to you at all? Does the truth matter to you at all? Or is someone who's running on complete lies, right? Fabricating stuff left, right, and center. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Right? Is this what you want to base the country's future on? And then when I see people of color supporting this guy, right? Listen, we all know on this channel, we say it all the time, right? Everything is just one thing expressing itself in different ways, right? But the fact of the matter is this, right? There are those people that are in power, certain people, right? I'm not going to say everyone, but definitely certain people that simply feel as if things should be a certain way, right? So now, Donald Trump, who's trying to be in power again, right? He gets on stage with Elon Musk, who is an immigrant, right? He never said anything about Elon Musk. He's not disrespect. Well, they had their back and forth back in the days, right? Him and Elon Musk, they weren't friends before, but now all of a sudden they're friends. But he doesn't say anything about Elon Musk. No, 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 no. Elon Musk, he got the money. Moolah, mucha, moolah. He got the money and he has a fan base and all of that sort of stuff. So he feels, yeah, stand next to me. Right? So now Twitter, who was supposed to be non-political or non-biased towards any political party, now seemingly looks very right-wing to me. Right? So now here you are, standing next to Elon Musk, right? And at the same time, Elon Musk, who, again, is an immigrant, right? Standing next to Elon Musk, cool, fine. Nothing wrong with being an immigrant, right? I don't see anything wrong with it. But at the same time, you got so much smoke for the people of Haiti. You have so much smoke for the people of Venezuela. Why? What's wrong? What's the difference between them being here legally, might I add, and Elon Musk, who's also here legally, might I add? What's the difference between them? Why are you running a campaign based on hatred for the people of Haiti? Why? That's my question. Why? When the people from Haiti who are in Springfield are actually providing value to the community of Springfield. The mayor said it. The governor said it. Right? Production has gone up. The people that were in the community, they didn't want to do the work. So what? The immigrants came here and they said, okay, all right, cool. Well, I'll be able to send money back home to my family and help them out. Right? I'll be able to stand on business, make my little money, minimum wage probably, maybe a little bit more than minimum wage, and send some money back home to the people who are starving, who need the help. That's what they did. That's what they decided to do. So why, right, is Donald Trump, why does he have so much smoke for these people, but no smoke for the guy that's standing right next to him, endorsing him on that campaign stage? Why so much smoke for the people of Haiti? What's the difference? Do they not fit the demographic that you want in this country? Do they have too much melanin in their skin? What is it? What's the difference? And then he make it so these people that are from Haiti, right, that are living in the community peacefully, that are working in the community, he makes it so it's unsafe for these people. These people are getting bomb threats. They're getting all types of threats, all sorts of negativity thrown toward. Kids are scared to go to school. Why? Do they not fit the demographic that you want for the city of Springfield? Let's say this. Had it not been Haiti, but it were, I don't know, Switzerland, right? Shout outs to Switzerland, all our Switzerland supporters. Big up yourselves. This is just an example. Would he have the same smoke for those immigrants? Would he? I think not. I think we all know the reason. I think we all know why Donald Trump has so much smoke for the people who are living in Springfield peacefully. Why he wants so bad to deport them, even though they're here legally. He's saying, and he said this, again, you don't have to take my word for it. Do your own research. Whatever. Just do your own research. Fact check me there, right? That he would deport them back to their own country. His first day in office. And this is the guy you root for. This is your king, right? And I say it, king, because you know why? Because you're not objective enough to think beyond or look beyond him. So let's call a spade a spade. It is what it is. We're going to speak freely and candidly. We're going to say what it is that's on our mind, but we're going to speak the truth. Because you're not willing to stand up for yourself. You're not willing to stand up for people who are now Americans, right? Why do they not fit? Why are they not Americans to you, right? This is what I'm asking. Do they not fit the criteria? What is it about them that's so different? Ask yourself that question. What is it about them that's so different? So then, when I see people of color supporting this guy, and it's a minority, but anyway, nonetheless, there are some. I ask myself, what do you think of yourself? What do you think of you? Because trust me, it doesn't just stop at them being immigrants. Remember? The same behavior that he's displaying right now is the same behavior that he used back in the day when he didn't want people of color living in his facilities. Go do your research. Go look it up. Right? So, those people were Americans. So then why can't we live here? Why? So now he gets to hide behind the immigration mask, right? So now take away this being Trump's building. Now it's not Trump's building anymore. Now his building is what he wants the country to be. And now when his building becomes the country, guess what? Guess what, people of Haiti? You're the new colored people that I don't want staying in my building. I'm smiling when it ain't funny. I'm smiling at the irony of it. That these things are right there, right in our face for everybody to see. Everybody could see it. Yet they want to stand next to him? What, for clout? Because it's going to boost what? Your music career? Because it's going to boost what? What's it going to boost? What's it going to do for you? How in the hell can you know this guy's track record and you see it happening again right in front of your face because he can't even hide it? This is what he truly believes in his very being, and he's showing you once again that this is what he believes. Right? So how can you sit there and support and endorse an individual like this in the most important election of our time? Make sure you guys are liking the video because this is because I'm actually just getting started. But let me go through some of the chat. I know you guys have been patiently waiting. Make sure you guys are subscribing as well. But yeah, the future of the country, it depends on this election. So make sure you guys are doing the right thing. Make sure you guys are doing the right thing. You guys know what the right thing is to do, right? I remember back in 2020, guys. I remember in 2020. I remember the whole George Floyd situation. You guys remember George Floyd? I remember at the time, this is when I actually wanted to get into podcasting, right? And I was dating this one girl. I guess we were dating, right? Anyway, Emmy Award winner, right? She was doing her thing. Emmy Award winner for doing makeup and everything like that. I'm like, yo, I want to start a podcast. Blah, 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 blah. She's like, we'll do it. It's like, yo, how? And she's like, yo, there's apps and this, that, and the third, right? So boom, go ahead and I do my thing. And I remember I was doing my little podcast and all of that sort of stuff. And I wanted my podcast to be based on positivity and sort of, just helping people who've been through traumatic and negative situations and try to uplift them and uplift their spirit, right? This is what it is that I wanted to do because I had been through certain things myself and I figured, hey, listen, I wouldn't want anyone else to experience these things because I know how hectic it could be, right? So anyway, me trying to do all this positivity and, all of this, positive energy that I was doing on my podcast, the George Floyd situation happened. And the entire world was at home, pretty much the entire world, because we had the COVID lockdown. And we all saw what it is that transpired that day, what it is that they did to George Floyd. I was mortified. I was shocked. I was in disbelief. I didn't know this guy, but I felt like that was my cousin or my uncle that they had did that to. So it was so traumatic that the podcast that I was doing, I was like, fuck this podcast. I'm just being honest, right? I didn't want to do it anymore. But then when I saw afterwards, right, restored my faith in the world, restored my faith in the American people, restored my faith in the universe, right? Because I saw people starting to come together. People of all shades, people of all colors. And these people protested. They protested right across the world. Japan, they were protesting, right? Europe, they were protesting. They were protesting in America. And would you believe that at some point, I believe it was during the George Floyd protests, but this guy, Donald Trump, wanted to send in the National Guards against the American citizens that were protesting. Right? And then the same person that wanted to send in the National Guards to protesters wanted to use protesters to go at the White House, to go into the White House, to invade the White House. People died that day, might I add. And yeah, sure, these are allegations, right? Allegedly. But there were protesters saying that they were receiving their orders from Donald Trump. Right? So again, this goes back to an individual that uses people like they're little puppets. Millions and millions of puppets. And there are millions and millions of puppets that have absolutely no problem at all, none at all, right? Giving their energy to this guy because they ain't got nothing more to do with it. Very sheep-like. Millions of people that will not wake up and realize that in order for our country to move forward, we can't move backwards to the past. Right? It's not about make America great again. No, forget that. That's bullshit. Make America better than it's ever been. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm just getting started. Did I read the comments yet? Let me get back into the comments. I know that was a little intense, but you need to hear this. This stuff is important, especially if you got any kind of kids or siblings or anything like that that's coming up in this world, or grandkids or great grandkids or whatever it is. Even if it's for you, right? We need a world where it's more united, where it's not just about what the person looks like on the outside. It's not just about your race, right? Let's look beyond race. I think it's time. I think it's time for people to head out to the poll and cast their vote for the future of America, not the past. The future of America. All right. I'm going to go back on the chat. So, guys, do please forgive me if I've been a little late. No matter what it is that you guys are going to say, you can't rattle me. We got mods running in and out of here. Listen, like I said, mods, if it's something where they disagree and they're willing to have some respectful dialect, leave it up there. But if it's anything disrespectful, anything hateful, we can have our difference of opinions, but you're not going to disrespect the mods and you're not going to disrespect the host, right? Even though I really don't care if you really want to disrespect me. It's completely up to you. And I'm glad that you guys are seeing this video and that you guys are listening to what it is that I have to say, right? Because this is important. It's important that you hear the truth. It's important that you go and look at yourself in the mirror figuratively. You don't really have to look at yourself and what you look. You know what you look like. But reflect, right, on who you are and reflect on your values. And think to yourself, are these the values that I want our foundation to be built on? Are these the values that I want our country to move forward on? It's in your hands. Dude, did you see the newsman who went to the pound in Springfield empty? Not a dog or cat in the place. They practice voodoo. What a complete idiot. Bruce Gall, you're an idiot, my friend. I don't know what it is that you're trying to say. I don't know if you think ducks just stay in the pond all day and never leave the pond. I don't know if you know the difference between R and or. I don't know if you feel as if everyone. So if some people in Haiti practice voodoo, does that mean everybody in Haiti practice voodoo? Because some people in Philadelphia, or not Philadelphia, but Pennsylvania, they have intercourse with animals. Does that mean you do the same thing? Does that mean all Americans do that? So Bruce, forgive me. Actually, no, forget it. If you want to be sensitive about it, be sensitive about it. But I'm holding up a mirror in front of you so that you could see yourself, Bruce. Right? You just sat there and said all of those people there practice voodoo. That's basically what it is that you said. Not a cat or a dog in that place. They practice voodoo. So you just put all of them in the same category. You see that mentality? You see how dangerous that mentality is? You see how people, it's like they want to associate themselves with what they deem is classy or great or this or that, right? And they want to create these sort of narratives, these false narratives, these uninformed, misinformed narratives, right? Because when it's all said and done, there are some of those people that are Christian just like you. And I'm not religious at all. Right? But even when it comes to voodoo, it only works if you believe it works. Period. Right? So if you believe it works, that's on you. I'm going to move forward from that. But big up yourself either way. Thank you for participating, but that was just nonsensical. And I just got to be honest about it. Don't worry, you'll be running with your hands on your head when reality hits you, says Roxanne. The campaign isn't based on hate or the people of Haiti. It's the fact that they came in illegally. I'm talking in his voice. There is no app in the U.S. Constitution, but there's crap in your statement because those people are here legally. Yeah, they are. So meta muscle movement, you're incorrect, sir. And you're misinformed. So if you'd like to do a little bit more research, please feel free to do some more research. There's Google. Google is there. Google is brilliant. It's very brilliant. You know, they have this app. It's called Google. You could type it in, right? You could type it in. And Google, it'll show you. It'll spring right up on the teleprompter. It'll show you. That's my Trump impersonation. I don't know how good it was. But yeah, if you really want to know the facts, sir, as opposed to what you believe are the facts and what are your opinions, the information is there. I can't understand how you have so many people that are misinformed when there are so many search engines. There's Google, there's Chat GPT, there's all sorts of different stuff that's going on out here that will debunk all of the things that you're saying. So if you want to know if they're here legally or not, you can actually go and research it for yourself, right? Not research it from some biased news article or something, right? Because sometimes they are biased, but from actual credible sources. Oh, hush, John, with your ignorance, says Jesse Suave. Thank God we helped the people of Haiti instead of helping the people whose lives got destroyed by the hurricane here in America, says Stick Figure. Stick Figure, the people that were here in Haiti actually were here before the hurricane hit, and the people that were hit by the hurricane are being helped by FEMA. So whether or not you believe that they're being helped enough, that's your perspective. But at the same time, the governor is saying that those people are being helped. So, Mr. Stick Figure, if you also want to spread misinformation, it's completely up to you. I'm sure those people, and big shout out to those people in the Carolinas that were affected by the hurricane. I hate the fact that people are trying to use your pain as if it's some sort of campaign instrument or whatever to run off. This is not something that I really want to put too much political emphasis on. I think as a human being, we all should just see what it is that we can do as Americans to help one another. The guy Stick Figure that sent in that chat, I guarantee you he did nothing for those people in North Carolina that he feel like needs help, right? Because you know what he's thinking? It ain't my job to do it. It's their job to do it, right? That's what he's thinking. But yet he's in here using those people's pain to try to get political points on a political scorecard, on his little political scorecard. Oh, this will get him. Shut up, Stick Figure. And big shout outs to those people in the Carolinas. My prayers are with you. Even though I did tell you guys I'm not religious, but I do have a relationship with God. So my heart's with you. And you guys will definitely make it through. And let me know, reach out. Let us know what we could do as a community to help. But yeah, I'd rather us bring awareness to the situation and what it is that we can do to help those people, rather than us using it as some sort of political ploy or political. So we're not going to even speak on that too much. But they are being helped. Whether or not you believe they're being helped enough, that's a completely different conversation. And we move. J.D. Vance was at the debate. He was right to lie to his constituents and give them misinformation. Nobody should be fact-checking him. What? No one should be fact-checking him. He's right to lie. Let him lie. Don't fact-check him. Let him lie. You know what? I'm going to time you out for 10 minutes. I want you to really think about that. What's your name? Adamas? I'm going to time you out. I'm going to time you out for 15 minutes. I want you to go, and I want you to think about what it is that you just said. Put user in timeout. Okay, we're going to time you out for 30 minutes. I'm sorry. Yeah. That was dumb. What he just said. And I know I'm using that word a lot tonight. And trust me, believe me, this is something that I regularly do. But I just got to be honest. No one should be fact checking him. No one should be fact checking him when he's up there lying? You're saying he was right to lie? You got to be trolling. But either way, you're in timeout for 30 minutes. You're in timeout for 30 minutes. You're in timeout for 30 minutes. What? Thank God we helped the people of Haiti instead of... Okay, there you go again. Metal Muscle, laugh out loud. They are not illegal. Yes, Lindsay Gonzalez, you're absolutely right. They're not. Why Vance ain't talk about all the Indians coming into the border? Huh? What? What are you talking about? Roxanne says they are too dark-skinned. I believe that is the reason why they're saying that. The Haitians came here legally, Metal Muscle. Of course. I think he knows that already, to be honest with you. Exactly. Rich people want cheap labor, says Shadow Band. Stay hydrated, guys. Why do all MAGA say the same wore out talking points for 9 years? Oh, worn out talking points is what Jesse's trying to say. Because they're radicals, right? A lot of them don't think. And a lot of them believe their own bullshit. Right? A lot of them believe that they're extremists. They're extremists, and extremists are always dangerous, no matter in what context. Extremists are always dangerous. Period, point blank. Right? Be more balanced. Be more objective. Come back to balance. Be able to reset. Be able to see things precisely for what they are, opposed to what it is that you want it to be. They are getting paid for attention, or he is using AI from Musk. Yeah, Roxanne, they are. Some of these people are AI. I'm going to be honest with you about that. Not all of them, but some of them are, right? Especially when we're getting so close to election time. There's going to be a lot of people that are here that are going to try to spread misinformation. There are going to be a lot of people that don't really believe what it is that they're saying, but they're saying it just because they want to collect votes. But it's not going to work. It's not going to work because Kamala Harris is going to be the next president. You heard it here first, right? I have no doubts about it. I have no doubts about it. Damn. Okay. There we go. Musk looks rough these days. I haven't really looked at him, to be honest with you. I don't know how, he pretty much looks the same to me, but I haven't really looked at him and observed him in that way. I don't know. Guy has a lot of money, or so it seems. His net worth is astronomical at this point. But yeah, I don't know why that doesn't matter much to me, but it definitely matters to Trump, right? And it definitely matters that he has someone supporting him with such deep pockets. But then at the same time, he's isolating a lot of other people with deep pockets as well. Alienating, I should say, a lot of other people with deep pockets as well. Such as Google, right? He has a problem with Google. I'm sure Facebook and the people over there at Facebook they're definitely not supporting him. I'm sure of it. But yeah, it's just one of those things. And when it's all said and done, I think Elon Musk knows what it is that he's doing. I think he knows why it is that he wants to endorse a presidential candidate. I think Elon Musk knows that he's smarter than him. But yeah, I was very disappointed in Elon Musk. But I didn't really have that much expectations for him in the first place, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? You can't buy this election. What? Ask why no one is talking about the Chinese men here. Why China Latini, says Bruce Gall. Huh? Huh? I don't live in America, but I would vote for Cornell West, says Stoic. Okay. Harris, big up yourself. We body shaming people now at Jesse Suave, says Shadow Band. They are hypnotized and get dopamine hits on Trump's drunken rants, says Ekad Lev Shtm. Not entirely sure how to say your last name, but big up yourself for that. Bruce might want to slow down on drinking. Musk is up at nights trying to find a way to get him back in the White House so that he can use him. I mean, there definitely is going to be something is definitely going to be in it for Musk. I don't know what it is, but for sure, he wouldn't be endorsing him if there was nothing in it for him, right? But it's one of those things. Very disappointed in Musk. I don't see myself ever wanting a Tesla after this. Man, that's just me, to be honest with you. You know, I'm not going to say he's not a brilliant businessman and he doesn't do his thing, but our ideals are different. You're endorsing someone that's just, it's very divisive. You're endorsing someone that is very manipulative. Someone that's very hateful. And yeah, I know he's not doing it. Well, I can't say I know he's not doing it because he doesn't believe it. I mean, there has to be some sort of something in there. But at the same time, I think he's putting business interest in front of everything. I think that's how I view it from my perspective. I could be wrong, but that's my perspective. The cognitive dissonance is thick, says Baba Yaga. At Shadow, it is EPT. Metal Muscle says they are illegal. There is a process set in the Constitution. If it is not followed, the product is illegal. I think when he said that, I feel like he thinks that he sounds smart when he says it that way. I think he really thinks that he sounded smart when he said it that way. I think he wants to be wrong and strong at the same time. But yeah, you're wrong. You're wrong, Metal Muscle. Please, let's move on. Let's move on from that. You're wrong. Go do your research and then come back. Right? But you're wrong. We are going blue all the way up at Baba Yaga 100. We see through his lies and gibberish. Thank you, King, for this platform. Thanks for spreading a component and a clear message for all to her, Onaja. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Jesse. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. People died when he swiped Roe Wade. One person died. She was by the staff. Oh, this is what Lizard King said. I believe he's talking about January 6th. Multiple police passed away, including one on the White House grounds during the insurrection, says Jesse Suave. Forwards ever, backwards never. All right, guys, we're not going to get into that, but people did pass away that day, right? Regardless of what it is that you guys think, yes, it happened. The very fact that it happened in the first place, something that shouldn't have happened, I think you guys should be outraged on that fact, that happened. And he's trying to get back into the White House again. Yeah, I think you guys should be outraged that it happened. But you're trying to make excuses for it, and you're trying to cover up for him. Hold his ass accountable. Hold him accountable for what it is that he did. Period, point blank. Everybody else got to be held accountable, right or wrong. So why not him too? Does he not breathe air just like everyone else? Do you not have the same importance on this universe and on this planet that he does? Is there no purpose for you? Do you believe that your purpose lies in what his purpose is? Have you no mind of your own? Ask yourself these questions. Beyond race, why is Kamala a good choice? What policy does she have that's good? Says Daniel H. Plenty of it. But it's one of those things. Don't take it from me. You can go on her website. You can Google it. I think people kind of just want to hear you spurt out things about how you feel about this candidate or that candidate. I think my basic human instincts tells me, and from what it is that I've seen, I see where one candidate, right, is not divisive and is not hateful and wants to bring people together. And I see where another candidate is hateful and divisive and wants to divide the country, right? So I think just on that basis, or on that foundation, we could see which of these two candidates we would better is better equipped to lead a nation of immigrants, a nation of people who are different, and will be more objective in doing so. Right? So it's one of those things. If you do want to know what her policies, or if you want to know what Trump's policies are, feel welcome to Google it. Right? I've mentioned this before. I told you guys where it is that you can get your information. It's right there on the internet for you. Right? This boy here on something. Yes, sir. And I think the same, says Clara Mallister. What has she done in the last 4 years to help Americans? Again, if you want to know anything about what these people have done or what they will do, don't come here asking me what they have done or what they will do for America, right? If you're concerned about it, hit Google. And then the other thing is this. This is going to be the foundation of what I'm going to build on. She wasn't the president. She was the vice president. Right? So when it's all said and done, whatever was done in the last regime, it comes under, because we're on the outside looking in, we're not on the inside looking out. So it's going to come under what Joe Biden did. Right? Nobody asked what did Mike Pence did, or what did Pence do when he was in the White House. Nobody asked what Dick Cheney was doing when he was in the White House. Right? Because they weren't the president. Right? So it's one of those things. Yeah, but any of these things that you do want to know, you can, Google it, hit Google for yourself and, find out. Someone says, Bobby says, Jesse, you're wrong, bud. He says $1. All right, I don't want to get into too much into who passed away, because people did pass away on that day. Whether it was 1, whether it was 5, there were casualties that day. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, so we move. Waffle says, whoa, what happened to being respectful? I don't know, Waffle. I don't know, man. I don't know. We were blinded back then. Our eyes are wide open now. I don't know. I was never blinded. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't want to vote. What was it, 2016? I didn't want to vote. And again, I really was young as well. I probably should have. But I didn't want to vote because I just didn't believe in either candidate at the time. I didn't. So yeah, but this time I am going to vote, and I'm going to make sure my vote counts. And not only am I going to vote, but I'm also going to get on here on this platform, and I'm going to express my views. You know what I mean? What happened to being respectful? You just called him an idiot, says Daniel H. I'm not sure what it is that happened there, guys. Having a straight face while saying you're voting for Harris is wild, says Dirty Dozens. Okay. Calling someone an idiot, says Waffle. Bush didn't come back from Katrina. JS, says Lizard King. He calls it like he sees it. You're damn right. You're damn Skippy. Kenyans should go back home, says Chief Underachiever. And you know what? You should get off this channel. How about that? Yay. Have a great one. Take care. Hope to never see you again. Jim says, does it mean they don't? Democrats, the side of acceptance and love, right? Says Daniel H. It's not about Democrats or Republicans. I think you guys should really know that. It's not about Democrats or Republicans. I don't identify as one party or another, right? So I don't know what it is that you're getting at when where that's concerned. I'm speaking about the two candidates that we have running for office right now. Yes, one is a Democrat, and yes, one is a Republican. But I'm not going to sit up here and act like, oh, yeah, this is the side that represents love. Nah. At the end of the day, it's politics, right? So, and we all know how dirty politics could get. So it's not one of those things where I'm going to sit up here and capture you like, oh, yeah, this party is about love and peace and this, that, and no. Right? But as far as being a little bit more objective, I will say one party is a bit more accepting or accepting of people's differences. I don't ever see us having, you know what? Let me not get into that. But yeah, let's move on. I don't know if you're talking to me when you said that, by the way. I really don't. The party of love has convinced you to hate, says Lizard King. Where are you guys going with this? What are you talking about? Oh, I guess they're talking to each other because I don't get it. Moderate, check out Chief. Jesse Suave, what did Chief say? Jesse Suave? He just said you're an idiot. Did he not? Listen, guys, be respectful. Be respectful. Be respectful. I'm pretty sure I've called someone an idiot tonight. I might have called two people an idiot tonight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I called two people an idiot tonight. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because they were saying some very... No, I didn't call... Did I call them an idiot or did I say that's stupid? No, I said that's stupid. I said what they said was stupid. Yeah. So I think you guys might be talking to one another with where that's concerned. So, yeah. And what they said was very stupid. So, yeah. I endorse that message. Oh, here we go. Speech is dangerous, says Bobby F. I don't know where you're getting at, Bobby F. What's your angle, Bobby F? What do you mean by that? Jim says all people have the propensity to be like that. Yeah, well. Are we back in caveman days? I mean, I'm not saying that people are, I don't know if you're talking to me, but I'm not saying that people can't be emotional. Yeah, they can, but when it's all said and done, when you're in a position of leadership, I think you have to have a cool head, you have to have a level head, you have to be more objective, and that's just the way how I see it. If someone else says that the Haitian people are not here legally, whomever, right? So from this point out, if someone else says that the Haitian people are not here legally, moderators, please just remove them. Just please. I'm not Haitian, but I know that these people are here legally, right? They're here through legal means. So if anyone says, especially the ones that are in Springfield, I'm not going to say everyone is here legally, but it's been proven that these people are here through legal means, right? Even if it's temporary or not, they're still here legally. So if anyone does say that they're not here legally, please remove them. Thank you so much. You can set aside all the examples of record-shattering societal and economic ruin just for poor response to the hurricane. And then it just disappeared. Oh, no, it didn't. It's right there. People talk about the Constitution, but have never read it, says Jason Will. Why can't we help both, says Jason Will. The fact that they entered without standing makes them illegal. Jim, what are you talking about? What are you talking? Jim, see you later. Bye. I'm not gonna argue with you guys on that. You guys, I'm really not. So yeah, I'm done arguing about that. Also, I'm from North Carolina, so I can speak on this, says Daniel H. You should go to Haiti and take Kamala with you, says Gregory. You should go find another channel. Bye, Gregory. Take care. I'm from Ainsville, North Carolina, says Jesse. So Jesse is from North Carolina. So there you are. There you are. Do you see any voting places just dump? Says a crazy Mutha. Bobby F says, Chief hurt your feelings? Ban him, says Bobby F. Okay. I lost almost everything, says Jesse. And FEMA showed up 2 days later to help us. Big up to you, Jesse, and big up to FEMA for helping Jesse. Big up to Jesse and big up to FEMA coming there 2 days later to help you. Guys, you hear it first here on the stream. So Jesse is from North Carolina. He's saying that he's from North Carolina. Where in North Carolina did he say he's from? Don't quite remember. I think that message disappeared. But he's from North Carolina. And he's saying that 2 days later he was helped. And I'm glad that you were helped. The beautiful thing about that, Jesse, is this, right? I will say this about the situation. And I know it hurts sometimes to lose those things that you've worked so hard for, Jesse. But the very fact that you still have life, the very fact that you're still here today, I think you have a lot to be thankful for, and there's a reason why you're still here. So big up yourself on that, and those material things can be replaced. Condolences to anyone who may have lost their life or lost a loved one in this situation, but if you were able to make it out of that situation alive, be happy, be grateful. There's a reason why you're still here. Big up yourself. FEMA was here in under 48 hours to help us and sent over 50 million so far. Trump is calling people stupid, so you can too if need be. I mean, if someone says something stupid, I'm going to say it's stupid. I'm going to say it sounds stupid. I don't know how else to put it. If you're going to get your little delicate feelings hurt after saying something stupid or after trolling or saying something disrespectful, then that's on you, right? My feelings aren't hurt by it. So, it's just one of those things. It's not... People come on here and they spew things all the time. That's just... It has no basis. It's not true. It's just completely false. And yeah, there's going to be times when, in the heat of the moment, I'm going to say that sounds stupid. So this podcast, even though we are spiritual beings having this human experience, and even though I do consider myself spiritual but not religious, yeah, we're going to keep it real. You know what I mean? We're going to keep it real. So yeah, that's just one of those things. You already called someone an idiot. Why stop call someone dumb? Been a citizen since my birth in Michigan. He is golden piggy, sadly. They can't vote out there in time. Out, you can't stop the voice. Okay. Because it's stupid. Opinion and not a government platform. First Amendment applies to the government, not other private citizens or their platforms. Read the Constitution, says Jason Will. That's stupid, Jason Will. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, okay? Hang tight. The First Amendment of the United States Constitution protects the following freedoms: freedom of religion. Congress cannot make laws that establish a religion or prohibit the free practice of religion. The Establishment Clause prevents the government from establishing a religion, and the Free Exercise Clause prevents the government from prohibiting the free practices of religion. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment protects freedom of speech. However, the Supreme Court has ruled that certain categories of speech are not protected, such as libel, okay, libel, and defamation, right? So it doesn't say anything about, see, that's why I said that's stupid. Freedom of speech. Freedom of press. The First Amendment protects the freedom of press. Freedom of assembly. The First Amendment protects the right for people to peacefully assemble. Assembly is the only right that requires more than one person to exercise. Freedom to petition the government. The First Amendment protects the right to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So, again, people come on here sometimes and they say things just to say it, right? That's the First Amendment. I know the message probably disappeared by now. Jason Will, who said that, I'm telling you, I know he's a Trump supporter, 100%. Jason Will said, because it's a stupid opinion and not government platform. First Amendment applies to the government, not other private citizens or their platforms. Read the Constitution. This guy told you to read the Constitution when he was bullshitting the whole time. We just read the Constitution and we realized that guy, that take right there that he said was actually, it was a stupid take. So yeah, it's just one of those things. For lack of a better term, that's just the way that we're gonna say it, right? So it's not. I'm not calling him stupid. I'm not saying he's stupid. I'm sure he knew what it is that he was trying to do, right? He knows most people are not gonna fact check him, so he's just gonna say whatever it is that he wants to say, right? So that what he said was stupid, independent of him being the person that said it or typed it. The actual thing that he said is what it is that we're addressing, okay? So we're not addressing him as a person. He says, you're the radical. Don't think. I have multiple degrees in computers and business. Says CMDR Scotty. Jason Will says, you're the radical. That's what he said. Democrats have had the same talking points for 9 years, says Steve. Just asking. Don't get mad. Haha, nah, bro, says Tim Richardson. One Haitian is too many racists, says Jason Wills. I'll take the $50K small business loan and the $25K down payment assistance to finally buy a house. Thank you. 2 of Kamala's policies. Yes, I do remember her saying that. You're absolutely right about that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Big up yourself. Thank you for doing your research. Anyone else who wants to know and fact check us, go Google it. How do you think she did as a border czar? Is that a question for me? I don't think she did any worse than anyone who was the border czar before her. Yeah. So, there you have it. I love how we say something true about MAGA and they say, no, you are. Like first graders. Projecting. Pure childish ignorance, says Jesse Suave. Musk's is Lex Luthor lately, says Jason Will. I worked for 40 years and raised a beautiful family, says a crazy mother. A crazy mother. Wow. Beautiful name. Musk money is AI generated. He need to teach me the tricks. Can you imagine that? Nah, I think he's a whether or not it's accurate how much money he's worth or it says that he's worth, I don't know, but nonetheless, he's still very very in terms of money, very wealthy. In terms of morals, I don't know. That remains to be seen. Who knows, right? Good one, Jim. Brooks says don't. Project 2025 writer endorsed Kamala, says Steve. You seem educated, Jim. Not like a college way, but like a I'm self-taught kind of way, says Jason Will. Can't buy it, but can steal it, says Brooke Trout. Putin endorsed Kamala, says Steve. Putin. How's Putin going to endorse anyone? Jesus Christ. Wowie. Wowie, wowie. People just believe anything. Big up yourself, Steve. My emotions will guide this nation to a safer tomorrow, says Jason. We are build the world's largest welfare state. Huh? Oh, MAGA is raging at you like a bunch of school bullies. The MAGA childish way. I ain't worried about them. They'll be alright. I pray for you, my brother. I pray for you, my brother. Tesla after this. Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. I'm good on Teslas. I'm good on Teslas right now. I don't know. I just... And people can have differences of opinion, but had it been another candidate that were saying different things and that were doing different things, then I would probably be more objective. But as of right now, I'm good on Teslas, to be completely honest with you. But big up to him, man. He's doing his thing in business. You know what I mean? You know, he's doing his thing, and he believes in what he believes in. But I also believe in what I believe in as well. So it doesn't matter how much money you have. Like, where are your morals? Where your backbone? Where's your code? What's your code? You know what I mean? So for me, it's cool. Money's cool. Being wealthy, yeah, cool. But at the same time, you got to be able to wake up and be able to look yourself in the mirror. You know what I mean? And be like, yeah, well, you know what? I did what I believed in today. I didn't do it just for money. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. Big up to him, though. He's doing his thing. You know what I mean? But yeah. Steve, the right to tax income is the amendment. Lizard King, quit the misinformation. To tax income in the amendment of the Constitution. If you want to change it, vote people who support not amending the Constitution back. See Republican Senate and repress. What is this guy talking about? CMDR Scotty, we are making jobs for skilled labor, not low skill jobs like farming, factories, warehouse, fast food, and basic office jobs. Okay. He doesn't read mentality. I'm going to go all the way to the end because it looks like I'm so far behind right now. Jeez, you guys coming fast with the chat. And I'm probably going to hang around for another maybe few minutes or so. We'll be back. I will be back later on today. No, tomorrow, because this is probably the first time in a very long time that I didn't start a stream like at midnight and went over to the other day. So maybe if I'm still up, I'll be back on after midnight. But chances are I probably won't be back until tomorrow, not just like after midnight tomorrow. So I do appreciate this dialogue, guys. I think at the end of the day, we all want what's best for the country. I think we all want what's best for, tomorrow, our kids, our grandkids, our great grandkids, our sisters or brothers, for us, right? So if it's something where you feel as if one person's pain is not your pain as well, or hatred towards a certain group of people is not also hatred towards yourself, then that's on you. But there's a bigger picture here. There's a lot at stake at this election. This is the most important election. And we can't allow hate and radical behavior, radical ideology. We can't allow that to prevail. We simply cannot. And those people who are elected officials that we put into the White House, yeah, they should be held accountable, whether it be whomever, whether it be a candidate that we voted for, a candidate that we didn't vote for, whatever it is, right? They should be held accountable for the things that they do. So yeah, it's one of those things. November 5th is election day. If you haven't done so, register. You have until the 26th, I believe, of this month to register. So make sure you guys are going out there and doing what you're supposed to do. I do appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tapping in, tuning in, liking, and subscribing like you guys have, a lot of you guys have done so far. Have a wonderful night. I will be back again later. So take care. Pick up yourselves.